Yummy.
Hey everybody, I am Bear and this is Babu.
And today we are going to make you some scrumptious cranberry and brie pockets.
Don't worry about the ingredients, that stuff's going to be down there for you to see afterwards. And of course,
don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see.
Alright, now we're going to get started making these delicious cranberry brie cheese delights appetizers. And the best part, there is a best part. The best part
is they're quick, they're simple, they're easy. I know everybody gets rushed during the holidays that are coming up, so this is something that everybody's gonna love, I think.
Yes, they are. And another thing, simple. We made this one simple.
We made it very simple.
We're gonna use a pre-bought cake.
That was hard to say, wasn't it?
That was so hard to say. But anyway, we are going to start cutting the cheese. We chose the dough sheets. I think this is going to be great. And she's cutting up the brie into what would be like bite-sized pieces.
Cubes.
Because ultimately, we're going to take this brie, we're going to take this cranberry, and then we're going to fill and wrap, and we'll get to show you what that looks like as well.
All right, so we've got that cut. Now I'm going to move this cutting board here out of the way.
I am going to hand you, my dear, this fabulous dough.
Ooh, it feels nice and soft,
It does.
squishy, very airy. All right, so we're gonna roll. This is a croissant sheet.
Yes.
So it just rolls out into one piece. They do have croissants you can use that are perforated. You could use those if you wanted to. All right, just gonna make sure there's no little holes. Pat this out.
All right, so now we have the dough out. We are going to pre-cut it into the shapes that we're going to choose. And we're going to choose little squares, right?
We're going to cut squares out because we're going to put the brie and the cranberry sauce and nuts, if you'd like, in the middle. And then we're going to wrap it up into a ball. So we're going to seal them closed. So you want to just leave enough room on your dough to be able to wrap around that cube of cheese.
Without making it where it's going to rip. Because if it rips, the cheese is going to leak into your oven.
And
not good.
Right. It could leak out some. We seal it the best we can and we go from there.
And a lot of times we use this. This is great for handling dough. But I find this pizza cutter really does a great job because you just roll what you want. So let's see it.
Roll away. Let's see. I'm going to mark my lines here. And I'm going to roll it out. So we have 2 sheets because we're going to make some extra. Because we like to share.
Look pretty nice. Well, we'll be giving some of these away. I use the word some. All right. Now, is it easy to put the cranberry first, then the brie?
Yes,
I'm
it's
thinking
easier
that way.
to spread that out. Do you want to do that? And then I'll come behind you and put the brie in.
I will. Now, how much brie?
Depends on how much sauce, but you just got to leave room.
I'm going with that much, I think.
That looks beautiful.
Right? And then right in the middle, 1 brie.
And 1 brie goes right in the middle.
And then it's going to wrap, right?
We're going to wrap it in a ball.
So let's get this going.
3 and then we'll wrap.
So, like anything, it's a machine. Once you get the machine going, now this one.
All right, so we've got this. So now what we're going to do is kind of pull up all the corners around and
so we're parachuting it basically.
We're basically parachuting. See how it folds when I do it? See how it folds up in there? So then I can just pinch and seal to form the little ball.
Very nice.
So we have the oven preheated at 375. So it's ready to go, and I have a cooking sheet that has some parchment paper on it. So if these leak, it doesn't create a big mess.
So I'm going to give this a shot. Basically.
It's like, look, you could make little Santa sacks. Look, it looks like Santa's little toy sack. I like to take these corners and kind of fold and roll as I'm pulling it out.
I'm having problems. I was having a little bit of issues there.
All right.
Oh, this one. See, this one's gonna break, 100%.
Yeah.
See,
a little stretchy.
See, that's like it's already. Look, it's like a jelly, like a popping the pimple. Pop! Oh, we got the pimple. This one we're not gonna use.
All right.
We might be able to use it. We'll show. Actually, we'll make it and show you what it looks like when it does it like this. Don't do that. Yeah, some of these I think I put a little too much of that cranberry in, and it's making it a little bit harder to work with.
These are gonna taste so good when you bite into them, and all that gooey cheese is gonna come out with that flavor of the cranberries and the butter on the top. Rich herbs fresh herbs that we have. I'm gonna put nuts in these last three. I'm using walnuts. You can use pecans if you want.
Yep, we previously chopped these up just before we started here today.
So I'm only adding these because I think they'll give a good crunch. You bite into it, and they do have some nice flavor.
So as you can see, we made about 14 with that one sheet of dough. So you can base that on if you're going to make these for a party, if you want to do hand ones.
How many sheets you need?
How many sheets? About 12 to 14, give or take. And you can adjust the size. So I see we have 3 that had issues.
Yeah, it's just being careful with the dough when you're stretching the corners up that you don't over pull.
And or overfill.
Right, if you overfill, see this is overfilled too. I think the longer it sits too, the softer the dough gets. Let's get our baking sheet.
All right, let's get our baking sheet. And we're using parchment paper because parchment paper is our friend.
So I'm gonna put these seam side down. I'm fitting about 3 per row.
All right, now that we got these all down, what is the next step?
The next step is having some melted butter right here that I have. And I have chopped up some thyme and some fresh rosemary, and I'm going to put them in the butter.
Ooh, like an infusion.
Right, so it's going to be in here, and I'm going to stir it all up.
All right, so we get all of these buttered up with our herbal butter, and then we're going to pop them in the oven, and they're going to be delicious.
I love smelling fresh cut herbs. They have such a better smell to them than out of the bottle.
All right, we got one more here,
all right.
And we are going to pop this in the oven. Beautiful.
We're going to check on them. They're going to take 10 to 15 minutes, but we're going to check after the first probably 6 to 7 minutes and see how they're doing.
Nice. Let's get this right in. Am I putting it in the top, middle, or bottom?
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Thank you. All right. It has been 14 minutes.
14.
And after 14 minutes, this is what we have. Now, I will point out, as we stated, you'll see these had a little explosion. This one did too, actually. But this one, I think we were doing that little, that diaper.
Yes, I think I was trying to create Santa sack or
Maybe.
Toy sack.
So anyway, you can see from these, toy sack. You can see from these, this is how they're supposed to be.
Yes.
However, there's nothing wrong with any of these, to be honest. They actually look a little bit more interesting because you're like, ooh, what's this gooey mess?
Yes, they look delicious,
They
actually.
do. So now we're going to let these sit for just a couple of minutes. We're going to get them on the plate, and we are going to meet you
by the fire.
Woo! Hey, we are by the fire with our delicious
Cranberry and Brie. Can't remember, so I'm calling it Puffs of Goodness.
Cranberry and Brie Puffs of Goodness. See, we make these things up as we go, and then we name them in the beginning, and then we forget what we named them. So sometimes age gets you. All right, let's give this a shot. These look pretty nice.
They still are warm.
Yes. Ooh, this is. Ooh, wow.
Hot.
That was a hot one. Cheers to the fruits of our labor. Wow. I think this is delicious. This has so many layers. And we always talk about layers. To me, layers are very important.
Yes, you You can get lots of different flavors in there. I love the herbs on the top that add in there, and then you feel the crunch of the dough just a little bit, and then the sweetness along with the creaminess of the cheese inside.
I agree, and because we made a few of these with the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them.
And did you like the crunch with the nuts?
It actually changed the dynamics of the entire flavor. So you play with it and you can get different variations. Well, as always, it was nice to cook with you.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed this simple appetizer recipe.
What do we call these?
What did you say in the beginning?
I don't know. Cranberry and brie.
Sacks. Were they sacks?
No, that's what I was making. They were sacks. Oh my God.
I thought it was cranberry and brie sacks.
It's not. We call them another name.
Well, that does look
Do
like
you
a
like
sack.
that?
I'm just saying, that's a sack.
I was going for Santa's
I'm going for
toy sack.
All right, you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, it's a nice
It's today's code.
What's today's code?
Hey everybody, I am Bear, and this is Babu.
And today we are gonna.
What's the
Because you're
delay?
supposed to say "and today," and then I say the
I
rest.
thought you say that.
No, you say "and today."
Oh, I wanted to say it, and then I didn't know.
You keep getting white schmagma on your shirt. Jeez, you're looking to see. I thought you said "and today," and then it leads me into it. All right.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I had another thing in my head.
You hate being wrong. She hates being wrong. I might use this as an ad lib. All right, ready?